Okay, so you're looking for a dog trainer in Norfolk. It can feel like a pretty big search, right? Well, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. We're going to walk through how to find the perfect match for you and your dog, step by step.
Having a dog here in Norfolk is its own special kind of adventure. One minute you could be navigating the busy boardwalks along the Elizabeth River, and the next you're trying to have a quiet walk through Ghent. For all of that, you need a dog who's confident and calm. And that's really what this is all about, getting your dog ready for real life right here in our city.
All right, first up, let's figure out what your training goals actually are. Before you even start looking for a trainer, you got to know what you're trying to accomplish.
So take a second and think about your dog. What do you really need to work on? Are we talking about a brand new puppy who needs to learn everything? Or maybe you have an adult dog with a couple of, let's say, quirks that have settled in. Getting specific about what you want to fix or teach is absolutely the most important place to start.
I'm guessing some of these look familiar, huh? This is the stuff most of us are dealing with. Things like leash pulling, jumping on guests, or just getting the basics like sit and stay down solid. These are the fundamentals that just make daily life so much easier for both of you.
Then there are the more advanced issues. If your dog is struggling with something like serious fear, or maybe they're reactive to other dogs on walks, that's a different ballgame. These situations often need a trainer with more specialized experience, and that's okay. The key is just to recognize that, so you can find the right expert from the get-go.
Okay, so you've got your goals. Now, how do you actually choose a trainer? Let's get into what you should be looking for.
This is a big one, the trainer's methods. The approach most recommended by experts today is positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, really. You reward the behaviors you want to see, with treats, praise, whatever your dog loves. It's not about punishment, it's about making learning a fun game. And honestly, it's the best way to build a really strong, trusting relationship with your dog.
Okay, don't let all these letters scare you. They're just certifications, and they tell you a lot about a trainer's background. Think of a CPDT-KA as being great for your everyday obedience and manners. But if you're dealing with something more serious like aggression, you might look for a CBCC-KA. It's totally fine to ask a trainer, hey, what do these letters mean and why did you get them?
Next up, you have to decide on the format: group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for puppies that need socialization or for practicing skills around other dogs. Plus, they're usually more affordable. But if your problem is something specific that happens at home, like dashing out the front door, a private lesson is perfect. They can come right to you and create a plan just for your dog. Neither is better than the other, it just depends on what you need.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. We're talking about money and the specific questions you should be asking any potential trainer.
So what does training actually cost here in Norfolk? As you can see, there's a pretty wide range. A 6-week group class might be a couple $100s, while a board and train program where your dog lives with the trainer is a much bigger investment. This should give you a general idea of what to expect so you can plan your budget.
Okay, screenshot this if you need to. These are the 5 questions you should ask every single trainer you talk to. You're basically interviewing them for a job. A good trainer will be totally open and happy to answer all of them. And pay special attention to number 3, how they'll tailor the plan specifically for your dog and your life here. Because what works for a dog in the suburbs might not work in Ghent.
And now for my favorite part. The training doesn't stop when the class ends. It's all about taking what you've learned and using it out in the real world, right in your own neighborhood.
Take Ghent, for example. If you live there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those sidewalks are narrow and there are outdoor cafes everywhere. It's the perfect place to work on that polite leash walking and teaching your dog to just chill out by your feet while people walk by.
Or maybe you're closer to Ocean View. The beach is an amazing place to practice, but it's also full of distractions. This is where you work on a rock-solid recall. Getting your dog to come back to you no matter what, even when there are other dogs, seagulls, and splashing waves. It's a must-have skill for beach life.
And then there's downtown and the Waterside District. I like to think of this as the final exam in impulse control. With all the people, the sounds, the traffic, it's a lot. If you can get your dog to hold a stay or give you their focus here, you can do it pretty much anywhere.
And here are just a few more great spots to get your practice in. Need to work on recall safely? The fenced-in dog parks at Norview or Powhatan are perfect. Want a long, straight path for leash skills? The Elizabeth River Trail is your best bet. And for just getting your dog used to new things, a trip to Norby First Landing is fantastic. When you get right down to it, training isn't really about stopping bad behaviors. It's about opening up your life. It means you can take your dog with you and enjoy all the cool things Norfolk has to offer.
without the stress. So good luck with your search and your training. A well-behaved dog truly makes everything better, from quiet evenings at home to busy walks around town, and it makes every interaction with friends, family, and neighbors that much more enjoyable.